Good morning, guys. We're going to do lesson 98 today. Temperature. Today is May 13th. Please take notes. Alright, so before we get started looking at the different degrees on thermometers, let's do a quick review about positive and negative numbers. So positive numbers are going to be greater than 0. Negative numbers are less than 0. 0 is neither negative nor positive. Okay, so if I ask you, is 0 a positive number? You would say no, Miss Hudson, because 0 is neither negative nor positive. Alright? And don't forget, when you write your negative numbers, make sure you have that minus sign in front. So when we are looking at a thermometer here, let's think about the freezing point of water on the Celsius scale. Now, we've talked about this in science. Let's see if you remember. So what is the freezing point of water on the Celsius scale? 0 degrees Celsius. What about on the Fahrenheit scale? Do you remember? 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Very good for those of you who remembered that. So 0 degrees Celsius and 32 degrees Fahrenheit, that is the freezing point of water. Right? So to calculate the difference between a positive temperature and a negative temperature, we're going to do 3 things. I will jot this down. So to calculate the difference between positive temperature and negative temperature, you are going to first find the difference. That's an indication for subtraction. Find the difference from the positive, and I'll indicate that with a plus sign, positive temp to 0. Secondly, second step here, find the difference from the negative, and I'll indicate that with the minus symbol, from the negative temperature to 0. And then our third step here is add the 2 differences together. Alright, so to calculate the difference between positive temperature and negative temperature, you will do 3 things. First step, find the difference from the positive temperature to 0. Then you will find the difference from the negative temperature to 0. And lastly, you will then add the 2 differences together. Alright, so let's look at an example. If you need to pause the video to jot that down, please do so. Alright, so let's look at an example with my amazingly drawn thermometer here. Alright, let me finish coloring in how far I need it to be. Alright, so in my example here, the high temperature for the day, let's say it was 6 degrees Celsius, alright? And my awesome thermometer over here shows the low temperature during the night. And I want to know how many degrees are there between the high temperature and the low temperature. Now if we look here, the distance between tick marks is going to be 2 degrees. Alright? So if I'm counting down from 0, which is right here, we find that the thermometer indicates a temperature, let's go all the way down to where it's at, that's going to be negative 12 degrees Celsius. So where it stops, that's negative 12 degrees Celsius. Alright? And then, if we want to find the difference between the positive and negative temperature, we need to look back at our 3 steps. we know that the high temperature was 6 degrees Celsius, which is above zero. So the difference between the high and low temperatures is what? And that's going to be 18 degrees Celsius. All right, so the high was 6 degrees Celsius. We looked over here. This is negative 12 degrees Celsius. So the difference between the high and the low is 18 degrees. Okay. Let's look at another example. The highest temperature recorded in Death Valley, which is in the United States, so we're going to be using Fahrenheit here. It's 134 degrees Fahrenheit. Whew. The lowest temperature ever recorded, 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I want us to estimate the difference in temperatures. So when we estimate, it's really helpful if we can use those compatible numbers. If we want to use compatible numbers, we can say that this is close to 135. Let's keep our 15. It's going to be real easy to subtract these numbers in our head, right? That's about 120. So the difference is about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Listen up for the problems that you are going to be working on. You will do number 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11, 16, 17, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 29. You'll have a question on there about composite numbers. When you have composite numbers, remember that a composite number is going to have 3 or more factors. So that will help you out on that problem. If you have any questions, please let me know.